Yo, what's good people? Welcome back again to another podcast presentation of Yosef's 2 cents. As always, I'm your man, Yosef X himself, and tonight I want to talk about a very sensitive subject. It includes a murder. It includes domestic violence of sorts. So this subject is going to be very, very sensitive, and it may be uncomfortable for you to listen to. So your discretion is advised. Listen at your risk. But this is something that we have to discuss and we have to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments. All right, y'all. We are back. And I welcome you once again to another podcast presentation of Yosef's 2 cents. I'm your man, Yosef X, and tonight, again, I want to stress to you the importance of tonight's subject matter, because tonight's subject matter is very, very sensitive, It could be triggering to a lot of you. It could be very disturbing. So that's why I'm giving you this all important disclaimer right now. I'm giving all of you this all important disclaimer right now that this subject is disturbing. And if you want to, turn off the sound, you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. I completely understand, because tonight's subject matter has a lot to do with a murder. It has a lot to do with domestic violence of sorts. So I'm giving you an opportunity right now. If you want to leave, I understand completely. But for those of you that want to stay, I appreciate you staying. But in the meanwhile, let me go ahead and greet you who are just coming in. Let's see who we have with us tonight. We got Brother Barron in the house on the Facebook side. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us tonight. Brother Walter, good evening to you. Thanks for joining the fray. I do appreciate you, man. On the YouTube side, we got Sister G in the house. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining. There she is, Lady Marla. Good evening to you as well, my dear. Thank you for joining us. Nadia, what's good? Thanks for joining the fray as well. I do appreciate it. It's a little lonely where you are. Well, why didn't you stay with your sister? You were getting on her nerves? No, let me stop, man. Let me stop. But seriously, all jokes aside, all nonsense aside, so y'all gonna stay, huh? All right. Since you all, are you sure you want to stay? Because I'm, once I delve into this, there's no turning back. I'm not coming back from this. There's no turning back from this. So y'all gonna stay? All right. Like I said, tonight's subject is very, very disturbing. And let me also address this as well. Let me also say this to all of you. I know for a fact that I've made a reputation of myself of being rather controversial, rude, crude, obnoxious, arrogant, pompous in the words that I speak. I have been known to be a menace. I understand that, and I take full responsibility for that. I really do. There's no way around it. There's no bones about it. I take full responsibility for that. So I also want to say as well, by no means do I agree with a man attacking a woman out of his own mean-spiritedness, his own wickedness, his own savagery. I do not subscribe to a man arbitrarily just hitting a woman. I don't subscribe to that at all. I do believe, however, that when a man does lay hands, it has to be for a very specific reason. I don't believe that nobody should be bullying somebody just because. If there's going to be fisticuffs, if there's going to be laying of hands left and rights, lay a left or right, it has to be a reason for it. And this article that I'm about to share with you, okay? I want y'all to see this for yourselves. I want y'all to see this for yourselves. Now I got this on all right, let's see what we got. Can y'all see me? Oh boy. And can y'all see the I really got to improve on this. I really do. I really have to improve. All right. I tried to share it, but the Wi-Fi is too weak. So I'm just going to have to do it the old fashioned way. What I'll do is I'll read the article off to you, and then I'll just share the link where you all can I'll just do it like that, because my time is valuable, and I really don't have time for a whole lot of nonsense. So I really don't have time for a lot of nonsense. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. So I'm going to make this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. All right. I'll send the link to this. All right, never mind. I don't have time. Tonight's subject, as I said, is very, very sensitive. It's a very sensitive subject matter. And it talks about a broken window. A broken window leads to a Texas man hunting down his ex-wife, her girlfriend, in a chase that will end in murder, or that has ended in murder. Okay? A Texas man took matters into his own hands after his ex-wife's girlfriend broke his window, chasing them at high speeds down the highway before shooting his former partner dead and punching the other woman so hard that she needed reconstructive surgery, prosecutors said. I'm just going to go ahead and read the whole article and give y'all my commentary on this. Allendale Edwards, 44, was sentenced Tuesday of last week to 46 years behind bars for the March 2016 murder of ex-wife Kiana Gardner, 29, according to Harris County Court records. He was convicted of murder after a jury on October 31st, but filed to appeal the decision on November 3rd, per court records. Per Texas law on aggravated felony firearm cases, he will be eligible for parole only after serving half of his sentence. Simone Massey, Gardner's romantic partner, who was punched by Edwards after he took Gardner's life, told Fox News Digital that she will do whatever she can do to make sure they don't let him out before his sentencing is over. They have a right to appeal. There's always appeals, but that doesn't mean they'll get out. Massey said on Sunday, Kiana can't come back. The media and everyone else doesn't know what we've dealt with from this guy. I feel like he needs to be locked up a little longer than that. Yeah, I broke a window, Massey continued. Do I feel like my actions on that night were right? No, but I didn't kill anyone. He did. Edwards and Gardner, who had two children aged 3 and 5 at the time of the killing, had an acrimonious relationship exacerbated by child custody disputes, District Attorney Kim Ogg wrote in a press release Thursday. The couple had been living apart for 3 years when the tensions reached their climax on March 19th, 2016. Domestic violence can take a lot of different forms, but too often we see it escalate into murder. Org said, there is absolutely no reason this man's ex-wife and the mother of his children should be dead. On August 14th, in August 2014, Gardner was charged for trespassing on Edwards' property. At the time, Edwards told a police officer that he had been having problems with Gardner, which included harassment, disturbances, and criminal mischief, and that Gardner had been given criminal trespass warnings on his property on 2 occasions. Massey, who was there at the time of the incident, per Baytown Police Department records, told Fox News Digital that Gardner was trying to pick up belongings from the residence. Gardner was released on $500 bail, and the case against her was ultimately dismissed after she was convicted of misdemeanor theft for stealing 2 phones from Walmart in October 2014, per Harris County documents. Gardner pleaded no contest and served about 15 months of probation. Meanwhile, per a letter penned to the court by Gardner's employer at Medical Plaza Mobile Surveillance, it was repeatedly placed calls to the woman during her work hours. After witnessing how upset and disruptive Edwards' calls were to Miss Kenya Gardner, our supervisor and I began intercepting his calls. The calls started around August 2013 and would range between 2 and 3 times a week, sometimes multiple times a day. The taunting calls, sometimes made under false names to bypass employees' attempts to keep him from reaching the woman, continued until at least February 2014, per the letter. Well, I don't need to read anymore. But what I do want to say, is this. Y'all still with me, right? Y'all let me know if you're still with me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still with me. All right. First and foremost, in reading all of this, or just reading an excerpt of this long article, there are so many layers to unpack here. First off, it is absolutely a tragedy that this girl's life was taken from her. Because as I thoroughly read the article during my leisure when I had the time, the article said that she died instantly. She died instantly. She did. She had no time to blink. She had no time to move. She died instantly. The next thing that I want to say in my commentary is this. I don't know what it is like to have a woman break up with you, or to break up with me, or to divorce me, and then come to find out she's no longer involved romantically with a man. She is now practicing lesbianism. You have to understand, and try your best to understand, that when a woman leaves a man for another woman, that man is absolutely angry. He's angry, he's livid, he's embarrassed, and he is humiliated. Point blank, period. He's humiliated. And quite frankly, all of those roller coaster of emotions, I totally get it. And if it wasn't bad enough, her now, at the time, her now girlfriend is going to call herself going to act like a dude, to act like a man, and throw a brick and break this man's window. You, or rather she, was already the object of this man's pent-up anger and pent-up emotion. All she did was add fuel to the fire. That's all she did. And then in the excerpt of the article that I just read to you, Kiana Gardner was harassing this white man. She was doing ratchet stuff with that white man. In a social climate like this, where there is a deep divide between man and woman, and that divide just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. You can't expect for a man to keep his cool and allow for your girlfriend, who took your ex-husband's place, to just be all right with you acting as if you are a dude. Now, for a lot of you pro-blacks, a lot of you who are against interracial marriages and relationships, a lot of you all feel, and I know you do, a lot of you feel that she got what she deserved. Both of them did, but especially the one that got killed. Because there's a lot of you, men and women alike, that absolutely hates melanated people or blacks that are in interracial marriages and relationships. You call them every name in the book. Everything from bedwench, sellout, coon, house nigger, etc., etc., etc. And then I thought about it. If she was living the life of a lesbian, right? And then her ex-husband shot her down, it was bad enough, right? Where she lost her life. But according to the scriptures, she not only lost her life, old girl lost her soul too. Now, I know a lot of y'all going to be mad at me, calling me misogynistic. You're going to call me, hell, you're going to call me all kinds of names yourselves. Just because I'm not going to go along with your fantasy, just because I'm not going to go along with your gender dysphoria, I ain't going along with that. I'm not. And see, there was a status that was posted maybe about a week, 10 days ago or so. And that status read, there are too many Will Smiths and not enough Chris Benoits. Now, hold on. But see, for the better part of a year and a half to 2 years, if you have been following me on a regular and consistent basis, I've been warning you that this situation and situations like this would become more commonplace. I warned you that all this nonsense would take place. For all these females, these low vibrational, these low IQ females talking about they're strong and independent and they don't need no man. And they talking about that they can do anything that a man can do and better and then some. Especially you toxic females that call yourselves going to lay hands. On these men because you feel like just because you're a woman, you can lay hands on a man and that man ain't going to do nothing. Man, those days are gone. I was telling my girlfriend, I think it was last night when we were spending time together. I told her, listen, men are no longer holding on to the chain of inner restraints. Men are not holding back anymore. The chain of inner restraints are being dropped because more men are going to tap into their inner barbarian. They're tapping into their inner barbarian and their inner Vikings. Men have stopped giving a damn. Because when you push a man up against the wall, see, there's only so much abuse and there's only so much embarrassment and humiliation a man can take before he finally murders you. See, nobody in the mainstream media wants to talk about this. See, they've been pushing this nonsense about feminism. They've been pushing this nonsense about body positivity. See, this is the era in which it's pro-woman, it's pro-female, but it's anti-man and anti-boy. And you all who've been supporting this BS, you're starting to get a backlash now. And the backlash continues to get much worse. The backlash continues to get worse. Now, I'm not condoning what this man did. I'm not. I'm not condoning what this man did. I'm not in support of what this man did. And see, here's the thing also. We don't know what kind of emotional turmoil those two was putting that man through. Because remember something, the mainstream media has made it a habit and has made it a reputation where everything has to be anti-man, anti-boy, and pro-female. So they're going to only tell you so much. They're going to tell you what they want you to hear. Because the mainstream media has reached and has been guilty. It's been guilty for a long time. Perpetually, it has been guilty of a breach of journalistic integrity. If there ever was any journalistic integrity, it's been breached. It's been compromised. Why do you think more and more men are not anxious in getting married? See? More and more men are not interested in getting married. And more men that are in marriages, engaged to be married, or in relationships, they're looking at their women with a side eye. They're looking at them with doubt and suspicion. But again, nobody wants to talk about that because that's the pink elephant in the room. Now, if you ask me, I think both of them have been taunting that man the whole doggone time. I mean, it was bad enough that he divorced his wife, right? Or rather, she divorced him. And not only did she divorce him, and she had kids by him, sounds like to me that this is another case of a female getting more out of the man than the man got out of the woman, the female. And see, more and more men are starting to pay closer attention to the actions and the behavioral patterns of these contemporary females. And then let's not forget something else too. Once again, the knowledge of science that I do have, it tells me that they were acting their genetics. Acting their genetics. You know why they were acting their genetics? Because the reality of the matter is simply this: we are our parents, we are our ancestors. We act according to our genetic code, our DNA coding. And apparently she thought that she could get away with taunting this man and there wasn't going to be any consequence. But unfortunately for her, her ex-husband took a page out of Chris Benoit's playbook. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be facetious. But this is the end result of this whole anti-man and this whole anti-boy campaign. This is the end results of it. And because this is the end results of it, what can you really do? What can you really do? Drinking some ginger ale. And so the reality is this: more and more men will continue to take matters into their own hands because it's becoming more and more apparent these females are going to continue to take L's. The contemporary female is just incapable of being reasoned with. An unstable and emotionally unstable female hates a man that uses logic. You cannot reason with these loser chicks. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't reason with these females. And see, I'm at the point now where I'm just going to continue on giving you my 2 cents on this whole situation. Read something carefully and thoroughly as much as I possibly can, and just give y'all my 2 cents on it and give you the deeper meaning besides the surface meaning of things. Because if you think about it, right? I mean, if you truly think about it, right? You see the same thing that I see. You hear the same things I hear. You're reading the same things I'm reading. If you're not reading it on a local newspaper, you're getting the notifications on your news apps on your phones. So I'm going to get to your comments in a few seconds. And this is also another situation where nobody wins. And those 2 precious children, they have no mother and they have no father. Nobody wins. In this situation, everybody loses. And the biggest victims are those babies. The biggest victims are those children. Point blank, period. Nobody wins. Nobody. You can't reason with lunatics. You can't reason with females that's mentally unstable and emotionally unstable. That's why these men are ghosting y'all, man. It don't matter what tax bracket you're in. It don't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. And if a man is not walking away, a man is going to put on that hockey mask and he's going to take matters into his own hands, just like this man did. I'm not saying it's right, but what I am saying is two things. Is I understand why he did it, and two, it's reality. I'm not saying it's right, but I am saying it's reality. And there's no need of me burying my head in the sand, running from reality. Because then, if I were to do something that foolish by running from reality, then guess what? I myself would be exhibiting mental illness. I myself will be exhibiting whether or not I'm mentally stable. All right? Now, let me get to your observations. Smaller say, yes, you did say that. I've been saying this for as long as you've known me. You know that, and everybody else that has been following me consistently. I've been saying this for over 1.5 to 2 years. And guess what? It's going to get worse than it is now. It is. It's going to get much worse. You'll see. You're going to tell me some more stories about what a man did. It's coming. I know it. It's coming. It's coming. Giselle says, the females never take accountability for their immature and selfish ways. Accountability is just like kryptonite to Superman. Accountability is a woman's kryptonite, just like kryptonite itself is Superman's Achilles heel. And it all goes back to what I just said. You can't reason with lunatics. You can't. You can't reason with them at all. So you forget it. Let's see what else we got. Come on. All right. Brother Barron says the courts are not holding these female criminals responsible. You know why they're not holding them responsible? Because the courts is getting their piece of the pie. You got shyster lawyers that's getting their piece of the cut. You got shyster judges that's in on the same thing. Everybody is in on the take. And unfortunately, it's at the expense of men. A man gets sick and tired of having the goalpost move. When you got shyster lawyers and you got shyster judges, shady judges and they got their hands in the cookie jar underneath the table, this is the end result. It's unfortunate, but this is what happens. This is what goes on. Brother Walter says nothing wrong with ginger ale. It's a sad state we're living in right now. It is sad. It's a pathetic, it's horrific, it's unholy, it's godless. It's any adjective you want to use. It's that and more. And once again, I've got to echo myself when I say it's going to get worse. And more men are going to become more violent. It's coming. It's coming. Do I want it to get worse? No, I don't want it to get worse because it's going to be a red summer again. Man. I'm telling you. Giselle says, this story takes my thoughts to Kiki and her domestic child's father. Kiki Palmer playing victim right now. Best believe they will get together soon, and hopefully he won't kill her the next time around. Yo, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on that after our brief intermission. Let me, Nadia says it's taking over the sales alerts. Yeah, the news, huh? Yeah. I ain't surprised. James, what's good, bro? Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you. Those of y'all that have just joined us, welcome back again to another podcast presentation of Yosef's 2 Cents. I'm your man, Yosef X, and tonight I'm giving my 2 cents on a Texas man that recently killed his ex-wife and brutally attacked his ex-wife's girlfriend, who prior to her death was in a lesbian relationship. And I'm just giving my 2 cents on the whole situation, the whole ordeal. And once again, I am not condoning what this man did. But given my situational awareness of the society that we're in right now, by me having a better understanding on the psychological apparatus as well as the hygiene of these contemporary females that suffers from delusions of grandeur, personality disorders, paranoid delusions, and other forms of mental and emotional illness, this is the end result. And it's also have gotten so bad that even women, lesbians that are in relationships with other women, they're chunking up the deuces and they're saying, yo, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. It's not worth it anymore. When you have lesbians saying this, that tells you, or at least it tells me, yo, this is serious business. And it's only going to get worse. Hold on here. Let's see what we got. Brother James says, this is Mystery Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, and Gomorrah all in one. Babylon means confusion, and Egypt means bondage. He's talking from a spirit, from a salvific plateau. And he's talking biblical. That's the language that my homeboy uses. And you know something? He ain't lying. No lies are told. No lies are told. None. He ain't lying. He's not lying about it at all. No lies are told. See, situations like this, it not only is going to continue to drive a wedge between man and woman, but it's also going to encourage more men to put on that proverbial hockey mask and take matters into his own hands. Because you've also heard me say to you before, a man can only take so much disrespect. A man can only take so much disrespect. A man can only take so much insult to his intelligence. A man can only take so much disrespect, so much humiliation. And then when he finally snaps and somebody pays the ultimate price and they suffer the ultimate consequence, now everybody wants to do something about it. Your dumbasses should have been doing something about it a long time ago. All of this should have been prevented a long time ago. But no, you just insist. You just insist on continuing on letting men be insulted, disrespected. And if a man has values and if a man has standards and he has a certain criteria that a possible and a potential mate must meet, he's misogynistic. He's not a real man. Well, let me be an echo to the rest of the people that have been saying the same thing. How do you know what a real man is capable of, since you've never been with one? And if you truly knew what a real man is, you would not be a single mother, now would you? It was you that chose to be with that man. It was you that chose to mismanage your body, your time, your energy, and put the man that you prayed to Almighty God for on the back burner because you were too brain dead and you were too stupid to recognize the blessing that God gave you. That's your fault. And now you're starting to suffer the consequences of it because no man wants to be bothered with you. The same type of man that you want, that you now want, no longer wants to be bothered with you because he's moved on. Either he's got a family of his own or he moved overseas. That's right. That's right. Well, what we're getting ready to do right now is take a brief intermission. And when we come back, we are going to wrap up Yosef's 2 cents by delving into a little bit of this whole Keke Palmer situation. Because I'm at the point now, anything that this chick says, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm going to give you my 2 cents on that. But before we go to a brief intermission, let me read what my brother also has to say. He says, that's why I mostly stay to myself. Look up stigma male lifestyle. As a truck driver and a MGTOW man, I lead the stigma man lifestyle. MGTOW means men going their own way. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the stigma male and MGTOWs. I'm familiar with that. Straight up, I'm familiar with that. I am definitely familiar with that. It is 37 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. We're getting ready to take a brief intermission. Brother Barron says many of the single mothers are on the internet pimping other women and guys. It's fecal matter out here, Brother Barron. That's really what it is. I mean, if you don't have a man that's willing to tolerate disrespect and insult, then you got things like you made mention of that's going on as well. I mean, it's a mess right now. Socially, it's a mess right now. Politically, it's messed up right now. Socio-politically, it's messed up. We're just living in a jacked up world right now. It's a jacked up state. It's a jacked up world right now. I'm your man, Yosef X. This is Yosef's 2 cents. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments. Y'all enjoy the music. All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. I want to take this opportunity before we get ready to wrap things up for the night I want to give a shout out to, our brand new subscribers, on the YouTube side. We are now up to 133 brand new subscribers altogether. I thank each and every one of you for your subscription, and I pray that you will continue on getting something out of all of the content that I present to you. So shout out to all of the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all very, very much. It means a great deal to me. Thank you so very, very much. And I pray that you will continue on getting something. And not only that, but I pray the channel will keep growing as well. Thank y'all so very, very much. You are really making my podcast that much easier to do. And with a great deal of perseverance and tenacity, we're going to keep pressing forward as well. And want to also thank the remaining and faithful followers of Yosef's 2 Cents. I do appreciate it for your time and your efforts. And let me also share this with y'all as well. If you enjoy my podcast very, very much, show it by donating to the Cash App and support the podcast, support the show. My Cash App ID is $Hidden One Truth. That's $Hidden One Truth. So I thank you so very, very much. For those that have donated in the past, shout out to y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am going to improve on getting some better equipment as well. Because one day I'm seeing myself really blowing up. Instead of having 133 subscribers, I'm going to have 133,000 subscribers. And the donations are going to be rolling in. That's coming. I just got to persevere and keep moving forward. So thank y'all again. All right. As we get ready to conclude for the evening, I want to say this right quick. I want to touch bases on this whole Keke Palmer ordeal when it comes down to her baby's father. First and foremost, I don't believe anything this chick says. I don't. I do believe that all she's doing is being a manipulative, wicked ass Jezebel. I also believe that the reason why she's doing this is because at first it appeared as though that her baby's father was on the verge of getting full custody of their 8-month-old son, Leo. And I also believe that it was her mother that put her up to all of the games, to all of the manipulation tactics that's been going on all the time. Because how is it that you go from being seen at an Usher Raymond concert with your bare cheeks out for the whole world to see? You got your bare cheeks out. your bare booty cheeks out on full display for the whole world to see, right? Then you going out here and you singing songs talking about you a mother first, right? Then you out here on social media celebrating your birthday with your man, calling him the best, this, that, and the third. Y'all celebrating somebody's birthday, whether it was yours or his. And now you're talking about you're filing charges against your baby's father for jumping on your ass. Yo, miss me with that. And then I've also seen the screenshots that you provided. It don't look like that he was jumping on you, attacking you. It looked like it was screenshots of the cameras that you had in your house of him jumping on you, but y'all were doing the do. Y'all were doing the business. Because in one of the screenshots that I saw, old dude looked like he was giving you back shots. And not only does it look like he was giving you back shots, he also had his shirt off. He had you in the doggy style position and he was tearing your ass up. That's what it looks like from the screenshots. So miss me with all the nonsense about you being attacked by your baby's father. You're doing this for show and tell. Meanwhile, you're making it even more difficult for women that are true and legitimate survivors and sufferers of domestic violence. You're making it even more difficult for them to be believed. And the ones that legitimately are suffering domestic violence, nobody's going to believe them because they're going to be looking at them as if you're going to pull the same thing that you're doing, Kiki. You ain't fooling nobody. It's just like these sorry, good-for-nothing feminists talking about that they were survivors of sexual abuse. No, they were not survivors of sexual misconduct because they're too ugly for anybody to want to touch them, struggle face. Then you're built like Winnie. On top of that, I don't know why people want to be made famous for being a victim. But that's exactly what's going on with you. I don't believe a damn thing you're saying at this point. I believe you're doing all this shit for publicities only. And I'm sorry for my usage of socially unacceptable terminology, aka profanity, but that's how I feel. It's a publicity stunt with you. I can't take you seriously. I can't take celebrities seriously. What's good, Pastor Levi? Good to have you with us tonight, man. Thanks for joining us. We're about to go off the air, but you can always catch the replay at your leisure. Appreciate you. Yo, Nadia, I am so serious right now. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I don't believe anything she says. And see, this is how I also think she planned this. Her and her mom planned this. Here's the deal. This is what I really think. First, she's seen at an Usher Raymond concert, right? Okay. She got her bare booty cheeks out for the whole world to see on full display, right? Had she left that concert and then she started filing charges against her baby's father for domestic violence, nobody would believe her. So her and her mother planned this and they spaced it out. And it was Machiavellian type tactics. And the ones that are legitimate survivors and they are victims of domestic violence, they are not going to be believed. They are not going to be believed. Why? Because just like child support, just like marriage itself, you turned taking, being a victim, whether it's of sexual misconduct or domestic violence, you even turn that into a gyp game. Yo, how grimy can you get? How grimy can you be? How low down can you be? How low can you go? And you want to know why people don't want to bother with you. Men and women don't want to be bothered with females, period. Come on. And like I said, from the screenshots from your home surveillance camera, it looked like he was giving you back shots. It looked like he was clapping your cheeks on the stairs. He had you bent over on the couch. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Seriously? And then you also probably did this because you were losing your fan base. And when you lose your fan base, that means you lose money. So to get back your fan base that you were losing, you planned this entire Machiavellian type move. That's really what I believe. And the more I think about this, the more I realize what my mom said was so true. Everything is done by design. Everything. Or as my homeboy Juan Rich says, everything is kayfabe. Everything is kayfabe. Everything. Everything is kayfabe. And when somebody has an opposing view, and if somebody plays the role of the contrarian, then it's a problem. Yo, miss me with that, man. For real, miss me with the BS. Let me read your observations right quick so we can get on out of here. Just talking about this got me tight. James says, Proverbs 11:22, a beautiful woman lacking modesty and discretion is like a fine gold ring in a pig's snout. 14:1, a wise woman builds her house while a foolish woman tears her crown or tears her down by her own efforts. 21:19, it's better for a man to live in the desert than with a quarrelsome, fretful woman. That's why these broads are being single. They're shameless. And in the Apocrypha, A shameless woman is counted as a dog. He continues with the passages of scripture. He says, Matthew 7:6, cast your pearls before swine unless they trample them underfoot and turn to rend/attack you. Where were you yesterday, bro? I mean, no offense, but where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? I'm doing a secular podcast, man. Are you coming out with Bible scriptures? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, where were you yesterday? Or was it that Fed book wasn't giving you any kind of notification? As usual, he continues. The following scriptures are what I set my standards to for marriage. Anything less is a deal breaker for me. Ephesians 5:22-32, 1 Corinthians 7, Proverbs chapter 31, 1 Timothy 2:1-5. Where were you yesterday, bruh? Let's see what we got. Sister G says, I said that also. Her mother had a lot to say about this man's child. Boy, I'm telling you. Brother Barron doesn't believe a word he says either. She says either. One day, Almighty God, y'all put this quote on my mind, and I will not forget it. A non-virtuous woman has about as much value as a wooden penny at best and detrimental at worst. That's facts. No doubt about it. They just aren't worth 2 cents. That bottom line, they ain't worth a damn, period. They're not. They're not worth a crap. They're not worth 2 cents, period. They're not worth a crap. Brother Barron says she did an Ike and Tina Turner act. Yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Yeah, she did. Brother James said doggy style back shot. Yeah, man. When I took a look at these screenshots on yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. I said that doesn't look like no domestic no domestic violence that she suffered. Nah. And let me say this also. If she really was a domestic violence survivor, if she was really suffering in domestic violence, let me tell you something. Any woman, I don't care who you are, any woman in this world, if you are a survivor of domestic violence, you are always going to be on your P's and Q's. You're going to maintain a low profile. You are going to want to be seen less in public as much as possible. You're in the frame of mind that you don't want to be seen. You maintain a very, very low profile. That's how survivors of domestic violence act. They walk on eggshells, literally. They literally walk on eggshells. They literally walk on eggshells. They don't want to be seen or heard from nobody. She's just making a spectacle. She's BSing. She's a BS artist. Come on. Brother James says, my dog Leslie probably get more compliments than she does. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it one bit. Brother Barron says she was arguing over the cell phone. That's what's being said by her. Man, those were screenshots of soft porn. Those were screenshots of soft pornography. He had her bent over the doggone couch or the love seat. He had her bent over on the stairs, and he was giving her back shots. Roof, roof, roof. Doggy style. Period. Brother James says it's her own fault as to why her fan base is shrinking. See, here's the thing. The reason why initially her fan base was shrinking, or so I thought, was because, she went back home, to try and work things out with her baby's father because she was acting responsible. And the so-called sisterhood, the sisterhood of 304s, thought buckets, slurs, whores, and cunts and sluts. Guess what? They got mad at that. So she started losing the support of the 304 sisterhood. That's the truth. So I guess, Ms. Marla says, so I guess she doesn't have security. I think I think she has plenty of security. She just told them to go away while she was getting her back blown out. I'm just being real. Because I'll say again, from the screenshots I saw yesterday, it was not screenshots of a woman that was getting attacked. Yeah, he was laying hands on her, but he was grabbing her hips and he was wearing her out. It was soft pornography. Period. Period. I'm serious, Nadia. I'm dead serious. I'm serious as a heart attack. Exactly. And when I also saw the screenshots, there was no damage to her face. Exactly. There was absolutely no damage of any kind to her face. No kind of damage to her face. None. Period. None. She still looked below average. And there was no damage done. She is still a 3 in the face. Brother James says, I never knew Keke Palmer existed until they showed a video of her half naked trying to get an usher. See, well, there you go. There you go. Giselle says the next day she made a video holding her son, singing to him, saying, I'm glad that I had you, a light-skinned baby. Mommy loves you. Yo, that's a form of self-hatred. Like, for real. That's a form of self-hatred. For real, for real. That's a form of self-hatred. For real, for real. That's a form of self-hatred. It is. Nowhere at all. Nowhere. That's a form of self-hatred. Let me tell you something. She and people like her, they are called Oreos. They're black on the outside, but they're white on the inside. Me, I love my melanin skin. I love me. The only thing that I miss is my wavy black hair. I wish I still had that. But other than that, I love me. I'm custom made from head to toe. I'm proud to be melanin. And before the rest of you dodo birds call me conceited, I ain't conceited. I'm convinced. Do not let my confidence disturb your insecurities. Don't let my confidence disturb your insecurities. If anything, you need to be purged of your insecurities. Period. I love my melanin skin. You don't see all this melanin popping off? Matter of fact, let me quote Coach Prime right quick. Let me quote Coach Prime right quick. I may have misquoted it, but let me see. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Yeah, don't allow for my confidence to offend your insecurity. Let me do it like this. Hold on.
Do not allow my confidence to offend your insecurity, because I dress like I dress because I'm confident. I look like I look because he's confident. We walk like we walk because we're confident. I don't even use cologne. Now, somebody asked me, what is that you wear? And I said, confidence.
Yo, I got a cologne called Confidence too, alongside Millionaire, Rich Man, and some other stuff that I wear. I got scented oils. Matter of fact, for all you insecure clowns that hates the swag of Coach Prime, let me do this right quick. Cause I'm handsome. She's a haircut with the ones, yeah, I'm handsome. Starting in my Gucci powder front, yeah, I'm handsome. All the girls got a thing for me cause I'm handsome. Yeah, I'm handsome. I don't really know what them other dudes be talking about. My name is Val Johnson and I'll be the one to walk it out. And go what it is, you gon' show me how you get down. If not, then I'm on to the next one, walk me short about. I'm so scared, my eyes singing in my list big. Cause like me, because of my swag confidence. And I know this how to treat them. I give them what they want, and they give me what I want. Cause I'm handsome, she's a haircut with the ones, yeah, I'm handsome. Starting in my Gucci powder front, yeah, I'm handsome. All these girls got a thing for me cause I'm handsome. Yeah, I'm handsome. Cause I'm handsome. She's a haircut with the ones, yeah, I'm handsome. Starting in my Gucci powder front, yeah, I'm handsome. All these girls got a thing for me cause I'm handsome. Yeah, I'm handsome. I got all my guns in my... And to the soggy dude that asked my lady sister why he got to be wearing suits, it's simple. Cause I'm handsome. She's a haircut with the ones, yeah, I'm handsome. Starting in my Gucci powder front, yeah, I'm handsome. All the girls got a thing for me cause I'm handsome. Yeah, I'm handsome. That's why. And you're not. Period. Period. Coach Prime, what were you saying again, sir?
Do not allow my confidence to offend your insecurity, because I dress like I dress because I'm confident. I look like I look because he's confident. We walk like we walk because we're confident. I don't even use cologne. Then somebody asked me, what is that you wear? And I said, confidence.
Now, the fact is, I got swag, as they call it. I got confidence. I believe in the Most High. I believe in myself. I believe in my talents and in my abilities. I have more knowledge of self than most. Period. Oh, you mean Darius Jackson, not Jeezy. You mean Darius Jackson. That's Keke Palmer's baby mama. But I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. See? Yeah. I believe in the Most. I believe in myself. I love and respect myself. And I'm learning to love and respect myself every single day of my life. And you're looking at a man that grew up with an inferiority complex. I'm quiet, yeah. But I got that quiet confidence. I got that quiet, what they call swag. Period. Point blank, period. I can't help it if you don't like what I got to say. So what? But yeah, when she said that she glad she had a light-skinned baby, mommy loves you, that's a form of self-hatred. I ain't no doggone Oreo. If my confidence offends you, that's your problem. Because it ain't my fault. I'm
handsome. I don't really know what them others do be talking about. My name is Val Johnson and I'll be the one to walk it out. If you don't want it is, you gon' show me how you get that.
My name ain't no Val Johnson. I'm Yosef X. And you're not. My eyes are not chinky and my lips are not big. I got mommy mouth. I look like my mom and I got my coloring from my father. I don't know where I get my height from. But nevertheless. So, Eric, what's good, bro? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm about to get ready to get off. Shoot. I don't like it when females or when niggas say something like they glad they had a light-skinned baby. Man, bitch, fuck you. And it's always a struggle face that got the most shit to say. Yo, 3 in the face looking ass. You ain't no damn prom queen yourself. Fuck out of here. Get mad at me all. I don't care. I'm proud to be melon. I'm proud to be chocolate. I'm proud to be milk chocolate. I'm glad that I'm milk chocolate. I'm I'm custom made from head to toe. Yeah, I got flaws and faults just like everybody else, but doggone it, I'm a work in progress. And I am so doggone glad that I ain't got no self-hatred of myself. I'm working on myself. You got a mental problem. And all the rest of you Oreos got mental problems. Made me get off the subject I was talking about. We supposed to be talking about domestic violence. Whew. I can't stand. See, here's the thing. I love and respect black people. Niggas, I want to take a baseball bat and slap them upside the head with it. Call me pompous, call me arrogant, call me conceited, call me anything you want. But I look good in any damn thing that I wear, including this sweater tonight. Why? All right. Let me read some more of your observations and we out of here. I held y'all longer than I anticipated. That's right. I am not the opinion of other people. Never have been and never will be. I am not the opinion of other people. Never have been, never will be, ain't trying to be. Because their opinion don't pay my bills. Their opinion of me don't keep my job. Their opinion of me does not preach the sermons I preach. Don't let my confidence offend you. That ain't my problem. Brother James says, salute to wearing the suits. I like my Western wear. Back in school, the other students used to tease me about it, but it only encouraged me to keep wearing what I like wearing. I didn't sag my pants or wore gang colors. Now people give me compliments, but I don't let it go to my head. I don't either. When people give me a compliment, I say thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. Now, if it's somebody that I don't like or respect, I say thank you for the reminder. I will say that. But let me get back to the subject at hand and we can get on out of here. I've held y'all long enough. But domestic violence, at the end of the day, is a very serious, a very sensitive subject matter. And people need to stop capping. People need to stop the cap. People need to stop the nonsense lying. Talking about that they are victims of domestic violence. Anything that they can do to be seen and heard and felt because they hate their lives. Not me. Not me. And ladies, or rather, should I say, you Jezebels. There's going to be more of you, unfortunately, that's going to kick the bucket. There's going to be more of you that's going to go to the land of the coffin. There's going to be more of you that's going to take a dirt nap. There's going to be more of you that's going to say goodbye to this world. There's going to be more of you, and you're going to die tragic deaths. And it's sad for me to say, because I really don't want that for you. But the direction that you're headed, guess what? You're heading in that direction. Yes, you are. You're heading in that direction right now. Especially when you don't have to. But you chose this life. You did. Either turn or burn. Simple as that. Yeah, I rest my case. Well, as always, it's been a ball. But the clock on the wall says that's all for now. Shout out to all the listeners and the viewers. Thank you for your participation. Shout out to my new subscribers. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, share, and tag on Facebook. And donate to our cause. My Cash App ID is $ Hidden One Truth. That's $ Hidden One Truth. Until next time, I'm your man Yosef X. This has been my 2 cents. Y'all stay warm. Y'all stay dry. Y'all stay safe. Y'all be breezy. Catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a good night. Peace. I'm out.